Good morning. Welcome to the first episode of Michael's CarVlog. Today, I think we're going to talk about Monday motivation, and we're going to have a little journey, and can you be with me whilst I'm going to work? I can show you the wonders of the road around Cambridge. Yeah, so welcome to my channel. It's probably the first upload I've done since Black Ops 2, so what, 6 years ago now, I think. Yeah, so welcome. So Monday motivation, yeah. Why do I get up in the morning? Why do we all get up in the morning on a Monday? The most difficult day of the week to get up. For me, I suppose, is I look forward to going to work. You know, it helps me get money. It helps me do the things that I want to do. But also, I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy the everyday challenges of work. And plus, I want to have a better life. So, therefore, I need to get some money. I understand that and not a lot of people can find the motivation to get up every day and go to work, or just get up on a Monday. It's very, very difficult. But I'm finding it alright at the moment. Monday motivation, yeah. It's always been a bit of a, oh, that's a cute dog. It's always been a bit of a difficult one for people. I certainly found it difficult a long time ago. I mean, getting up, working in a job that I really did not like. I was getting the money. It was alright. But now I've got a decent job. This is going up unedited, by the way, so if there's just random bits where I'm not saying anything, it's because I'm looking at I'm usually at a junction trying to turn. There's some particular in the first part of the journey is always a bit of a nightmare. Let me give you a bit of background to why I'm doing this. Decided in life that I've always been the one that's always been a bit too self-conscious, you know. I've always been a bit too scared to do things. I've always been interested in wanting to do a vlog of some sorts, or just have a conversation with everyone out there. But I've never really had the bollocks to do so. So I thought today, being Monday, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's just press record. I don't want to edit it because I haven't got those skills at all. And then whack it up on the good old tube and see what people think. That's a nice car. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing this every day. Just get on, whack record, see how my journey goes. Usually there's a few dickheads on the road. I swear people on the road, they've completely forgot to drive during lockdown. Like, they've just come out and gone, I don't know what an indicator is. What's the speed limit? Idiots. Especially in the morning. You're in the 40 zone and they're going 30. I'm like, why? Why? If you just pop into the shops at that point, just don't. We need to get to work. As bad as it is going to work during lockdown, I don't need you in the morning taking your time. It's the last thing I need. So I'll tell you a bit about myself. I do enjoy a bit of gaming. I think every mid-20s bloke does. And if they don't like to game, they're lying. They've got some sort of game that they like to play. I know the biggest thing that my friends, they haven't got a PlayStation or anything like that, or Xboxes, or that, but they do have their laptops, and they do have something, a game called Football Manager, and that's caused a lot of arguments with their girlfriends. That's for sure. My friend even went on holiday, took his laptop, and whilst he's on the beach, was it the beach? No, whilst he's by the pool, we had some Wi-Fi. He played Football Manager for 8 hours on his holiday next to the pool, which I thought was fantastic. But I found out from my partner that his partner was not happy, absolutely not happy. She wanted to go out during the days and all that. Anyway, I'm digressing. This isn't a Monday motivation. I suppose the biggest thing for me on a Monday motivation, it's knowing what I've got coming up on the week, what challenges that I have, and knowing that at the back end of the work week and the back end of the week, I'm going to have achieved a great thing. So I'm going to gain so much from it, and I'll be happy at the end of it. I'll be tired. I really will be. I'll be really tired, but it's nice. It's nice. I think these days we're all too caught up with this fantasy type thing of a purpose in life, where it needs to be some huge, great, fantastic purpose. Yeah, that's it. Pull out and don't look, arsehole. Every morning, there's always someone there. Every morning. Oh, you can't see my face now. Oh, it was too low. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there's a lot of youngsters that I'm around. They always say, "What's the purpose in life?" And I'm like, well, the purpose is being kind, being a nice human being, and knowing that you're going to leave the earth in a better place. And when you have a child, or you have a family, or the people around you, they're going to think, you know what, my dad, my mom, my best friend, my boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever you are, they're a great person, and you've brought a benefit into the world, not taking anything away. Because if you live in a life where you're always taking, it's always going to be a negative way, because you're always taking, you're never happy, you just drain the life around you. No one likes to be around a drain. That's one of the biggest things I talk about. So when it comes to Monday motivation and that in the morning, it's just trying to realise what it is in life you got to do. I mean, when I was young, I wanted everything in the world, all of that. I wanted the nice fancy cars and everything like that. Still do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying if you have got those dreams and ambitions, then don't go for them. Absolutely not. Go for them. But you just realise that to get to A to Z, there's a hell of a lot more letters involved. So the biggest thing I see people do is, when they want to go to A to Z, they get to F and then they think it's too hard. It's like, well, yeah, it is too hard. It is really hard. Really hard to get there. But enjoy the journey that you're doing it on, because you're going to learn so much more when you're enjoying the journey and realising what's going on that journey. I would say I'm nice and happy and successful now. Got my own house. It's not the biggest house, not the most expensive house, but I'm paying off a mortgage. I own my own car that I'm sitting in. It's not the fanciest car. I'll admit that. It's not the fanciest car, but I own it. I've worked hard for it. I don't need to pay anyone else for it. I haven't got that looming over me. I don't have to go pay my rent to someone else to pay for their house anymore. But I grafted a lot of years for that. I saved up my money. I did what I needed to do. So when I wake up on a Monday, I've got more of a clear head and I'm more motivated on to get to the next step, you know. The next step in life is just getting better at my job, improving my skills. That's my work related stuff. And then at home in life, it's how can I listen more? How can I be there for others? You know, am I being rude? Am I not taking the time out? You know, so taking that time out to have that cup of tea with your partner or with your friend and just having a chat. You know, these are things that motivate me. I'm keeping them quite simple, because if I keep them simple, then all these simple things, these little tiny little blocks, when they all add up, it's such a great piece. Yeah. Well, that's what I think. I mean, the first thing that I do every morning is I make my bed. I know it's such a arbitrary thing, but I wake up in the morning, do my teeth, get ready, get changed, you know, all that bits in the morning, you know, have a wash, splash my face, once I'm ready and all of that, I then make my bed. I tidy up all the rubbish around my bed, and my bed looks nice, it's clean, it's clear of clutter, it's ready to go, you know, and that's the first step. You want to get to the office, get all my stuff out, you're ready for your day, you know, get the cup of tea on the go, you gotta have a brew in the morning, but I make sure my office is tidy, you know. I found that if stuff around me is cluttered, I have a cluttered mind, so that, and then if it's all nice and tidy, you just crack on. You don't feel cluttered anymore, you just do it. There's whole little tiny things that make me feel motivated on a Monday. Like, my biggest goal is that, you know, I will have a really nice car and a really big house. But you can't go from renting a property, paying off a small car, to all of a sudden having like a £500,000 house and like a 60-70 grand car. If you think you can do that straight off the bat without doing something exceptional, then you need to refocus on that. You refocus on doing the small steps to get in there. I mean, 10 years ago, bloody hell, I was working in hotels, going from hotel to hotel to hotel. You know, living there, working. I was living out of a suitcase for about a year and a half. I didn't have a bedroom. I was just going around hotel to hotel, staying in hotel rooms. I know, granted, the hotel rooms were nice to stay in, but every morning I was having to tidy up. I was having to clean the bed sheets, do all that, and get out so someone could stay in that room for the day, and then I'll go and I'll work like a 12-14 hour shift, and then find a room and sleep again, and that wasn't nice. Oh, I've moved over, I need to move back over. La, la, la. So it's all these small little bits and pieces that I've now got to the point where, you know, alright, yeah, cool, I'm halfway on my journey now. So I feel motivated to even more. Like every I wouldn't say every day to get up. I mean, come on, there's some days I don't want to get out of bed. Like this morning, didn't want to get out of bed. It's been hot in England, and last night was the first night where it was nice and breezy and cool. It's the first night you didn't feel like you were being choked by the warm air. So I slept like a baby. And I didn't want to get up at all. Always going through roadworks in Cambridge. There's always a roadwork. There's never just a lane that is clear without a traffic cone. There's three things you'll see in England. There's three things you'll always see, no matter what, no matter where you are. So if you ever come to the UK, just look out for these. The first thing, when you get out from the airport, traffic cones. Traffic cones and everywhere. No matter where you go, there's always a traffic cone. Second thing, sweet, that was a good manoeuvre, Michael. Good manoeuvre. And get over one more. Sweet as that. And one more, winner. Alright, that was a clear road today. Nice one. Second thing is pigeons. Pigeons are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I swear the pigeons have got regional dialects. They're just everywhere. One's got like a gammy leg. A few of them got tattoos. I swear I saw a pigeon the other day with a nose ring. Or do they even have a nose? The beak. The beak? Yeah, that's right. And the third thing, there's always a pram. Always a pram. No matter where you go, there's a pram. You go to shops, pram. Always in the back of your heels. Always. And I swear to God, then you move out the way for a pram, right? You can say thank you, you know, I was completely moved away for you, let you go through. No, she's got to go through with the biggest attitude in the world. Like, I didn't need to move out the way for you, love. I could have just kept on going at a faster pace than you. But no, so I'd be courteous, let you through. I know you're probably running on 2 hours sleep, but it still doesn't mean you gotta be a bitch. Be nice. Unlike what I just did there. Yeah, so those are the three things you'll always see in Britain. No matter where you go in the country. Some things more than others in certain areas. Tell you what, the drive today isn't too bad. I think my biggest motivation now is that I want a new car. I've had this car now. It's coming on to my 4th year of having it now, and I've got a new job, and I'm waiting for a few more paychecks, and then I can then get my new car. So I'm hoping in about 6 months' time, this interior will be different. If it isn't, I'll be pretty upset. Yes, I thought, what the fuck was that? A bit of tyre rubber. Got a long week at work today, but it's one of those weeks where if you don't put your finger out, then it'll be noticed. But if you do, you'll definitely reap the benefits later on. So it's one of those weeks where, I'm not gonna lie, I had a bit of anxiety last weekend and the weekend about it, but I spoke to my partner, spoke to her how I felt, and yeah, I've got newfound confidence this morning, and even though I'm still need more sleep. I'm quite confident, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to smash it out apart. The first thing I need to do when I get in is get a cup of tea. I feel like if I don't get a cup of tea within the first hour, then yeah, the week's not going to go the way I want it to go. I love this corner. Whee! You're meant to go 40 on it, but I'll go 65. It's nice. Yeah. They're nearly at work now. Yeah. Hasn't been too long. I mean, the biggest thing during this entire lockdown period as well is being motivated when everything around you is, oh, it's not in a good way, is it? Let's be honest. But it's that getting up, making your bed, and just doing a small task every day. Keeping up with your responsibilities has made me kind of put what's going on in the world into a little box a bit, and maybe kind of deal with it. I think, you know, I've worked throughout this entire lockdown, you know, and I'm really grateful that I have. I know there's a lot of people out there that have lost their jobs, and I've luckily no one in my family's caught COVID or anything, and we've all managed to retain our jobs, you know, so we're extremely lucky. But it's been difficult. It has been difficult. There's a lot of new things that we have to do, and it has been difficult to keep motivated. So I've had to break things down, as I was saying earlier, break them down into smaller pieces, manageable pieces. I mean, that's the key word, is manageable. Because if they weren't manageable, I don't think we're going to cope. It's been difficult, but whenever there's a big problem, I always say to my partner, and I always say to my friends, don't look at look at the problem that's ahead, but tackle it bit by bit. I mean, like for instance, going to Mars. Yeah, that's a big problem. It's a massive problem sending something into space. It's not just one bloke in his notepad sitting there, is it? It's not. There's hundreds of people doing that job. Hundreds of people, hundreds of contractors, tens of like, there's a lot of companies that are working on the project, and each company has got a little bit to do. They've got to do their bit to perfection, but they've all got a little bit to do. So once you spread the load out of this massive job that you got on, and everyone does their own part, and you do things bit by bit over a certain amount of time, yeah, however long it does, it's sorted. So they're able to send all these jobs out, and then eventually they can send a rover onto Mars. I mean, that's just phenomenal. But they break it all down, job by job, bit by bit, and they have a nice timeline. They get on with it, day by day. They put their effort in, and then what comes out of it is they're landing a rover on Mars. So it works, tackling big problems bit by bit. The only thing that's different, I mean, is when it comes to business and it comes to personal life, your timelines are different. I mean, personal, make sure you don't have a timeline for me, but personally, as soon as you say I need to have something done by then, and you're getting close to it, and you know you're not anywhere near it, anxiety builds up. Just allow yourself to go on the journey to get yourself better, to do that little bit, to manage that little section. Then eventually everything comes into place. I suppose all these little things, this is why I'm motivated to get up in the morning, because I've managed to break things down. I know where I am in life. Ah, that's it, of course you're gonna pull out on me on your bike. Yeah, of course. You can see a car coming, you dickhead. Every morning, same place. There's a green light because there's cars coming. Yeah. Bike's got to pull out on you, isn't it? Then you got to slow down in the middle of the fucking road to let him go through. Say, no, it's not your right of way, mate. It's my right of way. I've got a ton vehicle. If it hits you, you'll be a lot worse off than me. Respect the car. Cambridge, full of bikers. Well, cyclists, I would say. But there's always one or two that was just like, really? You're possibly on a bike because you didn't pass your driving test. Yeah. Well, I'm just about to pull up to work, so I'm going to wrap this up now. Yeah, I hope my waffling has want you to come along for the next journey. But please put in the comment section what you would like to see, what would you like me to talk about next. Every morning on the way to work, I'm just going to press record, go to work, and just chat to you guys. Oh, sorry, got a bit of work going on there. So, yeah. This isn't a serious thing, you know. Just a little disclaimer. This is me just chatting to you guys, happening in my life, bits and pieces that I've learnt. You know, it's not the way the world operates. Most likely, it won't be the way that you operate. But hopefully, you'll find some piece of information where you can relate to, and that can help you. I'm not perfect, absolutely not, nowhere near. But I'm on the way to getting there. Well, you'll never be perfect, but it's the journey that counts. For me, it's the journey that counts, not the end product. Imagine if you're going around the world and you only focused on the end point, and you didn't enjoy going around the world and seeing the world, and your only focus and your only enjoyment was the end. Why did you do it in the first place? That's my question. Alright, I've got to go to work. So yeah, I'll see you all soon. I hope you all have a good day. I hope that you all can just relax, go to work. Hopefully you can motivate yourself just a little bit. Just manage your small things. Make things easier. It's easier to be motivated, I guess. Alright. See you guys later. Bye.